I wanted to do a quick video about uppercuts. Now the uppercuts is a beautiful shot. It can be thrown into the body or it can be thrown under the chin. So on the body you're looking at like solar plexus underneath the ribs here, or maybe taking someone's head back and up towards the ceiling. That's where the uppercut is designed to land. So when you're doing your uppercuts, the most important thing, I see a lot of people doing it, is people feel that if they're dropping their hand to come up, they're going to get much more power. Now, that is wrong for many reasons. Firstly, I'm taking my arm down to say I'm going to do a left uppercut. I'm taking my arm down, this is the wrong way by the way, and I'm coming up. Now if you look when I bring my arm down, I'm taking my arm into its weakest position, like so. I've then got to kind of reset the arm to land into a strong uppercut position. Now that's one, it decreases timing of me getting from A to B, and B is my target, A is my hand. So it just takes a long time for them to get from there to there, than from just dropping, which I'm going to go over in a minute. So you're not only are you leaving your arm in its weakest position, if I'm fighting, I've dropped my hand all the way down there, I'm ridiculously open. If I've got my hand there, I'm open. Even if I bring my hand across here, which we don't teach on BOXOLOGY, I'm open on that side. So I'm keeping my hand, if I was doing a left uppercut, I'll be keeping my right hand nice and tight here. I'm open. So what that's done is I've also made myself vulnerable here, but I've also told that person, I'm going to hit you with this, and this is what I'm going to come out with. So you're giving the game away. You're about to throw an uppercut. You're taking your arm into its weakest position. You're slowing the connection time down. So there's no positives about that. You might feel psychologically you're going to get much more power from doing that, and even on the right. But even if you see on the right, I'm open. I'm not going to generate that much more power from that. The power is going to come from the hips. Like with every single other shot in boxing, other than the jab, the hips are where the power is generated from. When I'm doing my left uppercut, once I'm in that stance position, my weight is through the middle. My hands are tight. I'm going to slip down to my left side. I can see over the top of my gloves. I can still see my target. I'm not going to give the game away and drop my hand down. I'm going to bring my hand from my face to my target. And I'm going to come up. My palm's going to be facing me. So if I was to show you there, this is my hands here. It's not there, it's there. This is because you're going to utilize much more bicep, which gives you more strength in the shot, which is what we're looking for. If you're going to punch, you need absolute power. So you're going to slip down to the left side. I'm going to come up through on the uppercut, and I'm going to push through for the power on my hip on the left side. My right leg is acting as an anchor as I'm coming up through. So I'm driving that force up and backwards. I'm keeping my eyes on the target the whole time, but I'm not dropping that hand. Now this is the left uppercut. Dropping down, coming up. Dropping down, coming up. Now, with all shots, you want that looseness in the shoulder, so you want a very, very, very tight grip all the time, but you want to keep that looseness in the shoulder, and the reason why is that shoulder looseness will allow that power to go through that target and up. It's not stopping at the target. So imagine your target was really here. You're really aiming from here for here. So you're keeping your shoulder loose, so it allows the energy to go through your body and come up through. So you're allowing that to go through. And then straight back to the face. So slip down to the left, uppercut through. Slip down to the left, uppercut through. That's the left. If we're doing the right uppercut, you'll be dropping the left shoulder down, so you'll be slipping down to the right. And from that position, I'm looking over my glove. My balance is through the middle, but I'm coming up from my face to the target. This time on the right side, I'm using my right hip. I'm allowing the power to be generated up through that leg into the hip, up through the body with a loose shoulder. I'm not bringing my hand down to get that power. I'm whipping it in from my face, straight up, slip down, straight up, slip down, straight up, slip down, straight up. So there are your uppercuts. These are just the basics of your uppercuts. If you were doing body uppercuts, I'll go on to more on that on another video, but you're just landing basically lower. Remember, your targets change height depending on what you're wanting to hit. If you're fighting someone like me, I'm a shorter target than if you're fighting someone who's much taller, which is not hard. And if you're punching me in the body, you want to drop down a little bit lower than if you were punching a taller person in the body. So the target where you're hitting varies on what you are aiming for on that person and how tall that person is. So just think about the most important thing is, I want to get over on this video, is your hands must be tight. I'm dropping to the left, I'm throwing the left uppercut. My right hand stays tight to my face. I'm not bringing my arm all the way down on the left. And vice versa on the right, I'm dropping it down, keep my left hand tight. I'm not dropping it here. So I'm on a target there. I'm keeping my face and my jaw protected. I'm coming up through the right on that side, keeping this tight, keeping my balance through the middle the whole time. Don't be tempted to step forward into the uppercut as you throw it, because it will make you square on. You don't need to be really close to that target, because then you smother your shots. So make sure you can still throw the uppercuts at length, and you can still get that power. Remember, the length of your shot depends on how far your target is away from you. And opponents are unpredictable. So you should be able to throw a short uppercut, and you should be able to throw a long uppercut, depending on where your target is. If they've moved back fractionally after you mid-throw, you should be able to just slightly extend just before you throw it. And that's the beauty of keeping your hand to your face and not bringing it all the way down, because then you can be more reactive and quicker with your shots if they move back fractionally. You're just bringing that punch away from your face just as you're about to strike. I hope that's helped you sort of work on those uppercuts a bit more.